Um, Welcome to What If Universe. Imagine you wake up one morning, not to the familiar chorus of a world stirring to life, but to a profound and unnerving quiet. The sun climbs the sky just as it always has, casting long shadows down streets that are utterly devoid of movement. No cars hum along the asphalt, no distant sirens wail, no neighbors call out greetings. You step outside, and the air itself feels different, heavy with an unspoken absence. The silence is not merely a lack of noise. It is a presence, a deep ocean that swallows every sound you make. This is the first, jarring truth of your new reality. The world has fallen silent, and you are the only one left to hear it. You walk down the middle of a 6-lane highway. The only sound is the soft scuff of your shoes. Every door is closed. Every window is a dark, vacant eye staring out into the empty world. It feels like a dream, or a movie too complete to be real. You listen for a voice, a whisper of another soul. There is only the wind through untended trees. The world is a museum, and you are its sole visitor. Silent testaments to a moment when everything simply stopped. The first few days are a strange paradox, a blend of exhilarating liberty and nascent, creeping fear. The initial shock gives way to boundless possibility. You are the master of this silent kingdom. Every car is yours for the taking. Find keys or learn the simple art of starting one without them. You can live in the most luxurious penthouse and make it your home. The finest clothes, the most expensive electronics, the rarest books, the world becomes your personal playground. For a short while, this feels like an impossible, wonderful gift. You wander grand museums, stand on empty stages, and feel the weight of expectant silence. For weeks, you can dine on gourmet meals, an adventure you could never have afforded. Reading private letters, you piece together a world that vanished, freedom as distraction from loneliness. But the illusion is fragile. The grid fails, and the cities plunge into profound darkness. Your phone is a lifeless brick, the internet dies. You have everything you want, and lose everything you truly need. The end of electricity is the first great turning point. The primitive nature of your life becomes undeniable. Darkness becomes a physical presence. The familiar turns alien and menacing. A simple misstep can lead to injury, and here, a simple injury can be a death sentence. Just as critical is the failure of water systems. Pumps fall silent when the power dies. For a day or two, a trickle remains. Soon, every faucet is dry. The hunt for bottled water becomes your first desperate quest, a race against dehydration. Your priorities shift. Survival dictates where and how you live. A high-rise becomes a vertical prison. You relocate near a river or a private well. You learn to make water safe, filtering and boiling over painstakingly built fires. The hum of civilization vanishes. You are left with fire, containers of water, and vast, unnerving quiet. The world is quieter than you imagined, and the silence amplifies your isolation. As the hum of human machinery fades, the rustle and call of the wild returns. Nature begins a slow, relentless advance. Lawns and parks erupt into thickets. Aggressive plants pry into frames, pulling structures apart. Within years, boulevards are tunnels of leaves. Rooftops sprout saplings. Freed from fear, wildlife ventures out. Deer on lawns, birds nesting in strange places. Smaller creatures thrive on the refuse of a vanished society. But predators follow the prey. Their calls break the silence. You are no longer at the top of the food chain. A city stroll becomes a wary journey through an unpredictable wilderness. Packs of feral dogs can be more dangerous than any lone predator. Vermin spread disease. Your home must be fortified against elements and the hungry. Section 5, The Falling Sky. The decay of human technology. Satellites once guided from Earth begin to drift. Their orbits slowly degrade under the thin breath of the atmosphere. You notice more shooting stars, small satellites and debris burning on re-entry. At first, it is beautiful. A silent show for an audience of one. The organized highways of orbit break down. The sky fills with falling junk. Bus-sized machines blaze. Most burns away, but dense pieces reach the ground. The odds of being hit are tiny, but the psychology weighs heavily. Even the International Space Station will descend, breaking into a river of fire across hundreds of miles. The systems that sustained humanity fail on the ground and crumble from the heavens down. Every falling satellite is a gravestone for the space age. Another piece of the old world vanishes in light, leaving you further behind. At first, food seems the least worry. Supermarkets brim with canned goods, pasta, rice, preserved calories. For a year, you eat with ease, methodically working through a single store. But nutrition degrades, cans corrode, the easy food runs out. Long-term survival means farming and foraging, a return to ancient skills. Seeds are plentiful. You learn by trial and error what grows and how to protect it. Preservation without fridges or pressure canners becomes essential craft. A failed crop is catastrophe. Starvation waiting in winter. With no doctors, you become your own physician. Clean wounds, stitch, set fractures, recognize symptoms. Medicine is finite, antibiotics degrade. Prevention is your cornerstone. Dental care, fitness, stamina, necessities, not hobbies. Meticulous caution wins small wars against infection, injury, and the slow decay of your own body. The most dangerous predator may not be a wolf or a bear, but the silence inside your own head. Humans are social. Week after week, month after month, the silence begins to press in. You ache for conversation, for the validation of being seen and heard. To cope, you talk to yourself, first in whispers, then full-blown conversations. You give names to things. You speak to birds and strays, any interaction at all. At night, mundane sounds become terrifying. Footsteps, voices that are not there. Auditory and visual hallucinations creep in. Your mind becomes an unreliable narrator. Chronic hypervigilance steals rest. Sleep becomes a battleground of nightmares. Over time, mental resilience erodes. You may struggle to find food, maintain shelter, even rise from bed. Impose structure. Wake, eat, work, rest, keep a journal, read by candlelight, practice small crafts. Each day you fight to keep the body alive, and the mind from surrendering to the crushing, silent weight. If you survive the first years, the shocks, the shortages, the strain, you enter a new phase, the long decay. Decades pass, structures crumble, rivers change course, cities become vertical forests. Older, wilder, more primal. The city is an ecosystem, and you are one inhabitant among many. Long-term dangers linger. Reactors, chemicals, containment corroded, warnings crude and scarce. Your strength wanes. Tasks grow difficult, then impossible. No clinic awaits. Knowledge and skills die with you. You are a living library with no readers. A life as the last person is contradiction. Absolute freedom in a silent palace. Breathtaking beauty without witnesses. Sunsets free of haze. Night skies ablaze. The quiet majesty of nature reclaiming its domain. But short-term liberation is overshadowed by long-term danger and the weight of isolation. Balance is survival. Keep the body healthy, the mind disciplined. Create gardens, art, journals to impose meaning. Perhaps you hold a sliver of hope that you are not alone, and when your time is over, the silence that greeted you returns. This time, forever. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like for more.